Last man standing is done, finito. It was a very, very busy event, mainly because of the quest, and we're going to talk about all the good things and the bad things, and there's a lot of good things and a lot of very bad things coming out of the event. Plus, we're going to claim our award. Look at that, look at the final table, as well as talk about a few other things as well. There is a lot to take from this event, and some of which we don't have the answers for yet. I'm going to start off by saying, if you agree with any of the messages or you just enjoy the video in general, make sure you smack that like button as hard as you possibly can. Then subscribe to the channel and turn your notifications on by ringing the bell. Also, in the comment section below, I want to know what your ranking was and where you finished up. And if you got outside the top 10,000, then let us know what you got in your packs or what you did with your weekend. Maybe you went fishing for crabs, or maybe you went out for the night. I don't know. Maybe you just stayed at home and just played games, which is fine. So let's talk about Last Man Standing. We got into the top 25 finally, literally on the top 25, and you can see the leaderboard right now. Kudos to the guys at the top. Absolutely don't know how you guys do it. It's insane. I send myself mental just doing what the scores I got now. I could never go to the points that they're going to now. And there's a point on that which I want to raise, and maybe something that's being done actively to discourage the kind of spending that's going on in Last Man Standing. But, you know, it's just a theory. Anyway, the top 50's there. I want to say huge congratulations to absolutely everyone. And a special congratulations to the person who finished above me, Edward Leastman. It only took you 4 years to get me back for that PCC incident. Why has it taken you so long? But the biggest talking point coming out of it is that everyone was excited, they got their rewards, and oh, Jesus Christ, the stats are wrong, and people are going mental. Now, there are two sides to this conversation, not four, sorry, two sides to this conversation, and it literally is simple. This is intentional, or it wasn't. Now, if it was intentional, there is probably a good reason for it. And I'm going to show a couple of examples on the screen for you. If it was intentional, me personally, I would think the reason it was intentional would be to curb the spending. And I have to be honest, after seeing this event and seeing how crazy it was, I am concerned about the level of spending that goes into Last Man Standing. And after watching Biggie Dude's video, which I'm going to link up here, it genuinely does concern me that people like him go so hard on events like this when they're not used to going that crazy, and then either burn themselves out or just get sick and tired of the idea of playing it for that long and that intensity, and it draining basically their hard-earned money. And me personally, I think something does need to come into effect to kind of stop the need for that, because basically if you're in the top 500, you need to either be an absolute god, alternatively you need to be spending quite a lot of money. And I can tell you that a lot of money was spent for mine and for lots of others, and I didn't even finish on half the points that the number one did, which is just crazy. If it was intentional, then personally I think they should have told us, because people wouldn't have gone for the card, or wouldn't have gone as hard for the card to get it. And they probably should have put something out there. But then it was probably for that reason, to keep the spending more healthy going forward, because I tell you what, if it was intentional, there is going to be a lot of salty people with a very sour taste of an event which already people are very skeptical, and it's kind of like Marmite, or if you're in Australia, New Zealand, Vegemite. Basically, you either love it or you hate it. And there's a lot of people who love LMS, a lot of people who hate LMS with a passion. And this is not going to help that issue. There's going to be a lot of sour tastes. On the flip side, let's just say they didn't mean to do this, and this is actually just a complete miscalculation. If you guys were here during Season 4, you would know that there was an issue with the Braun Strowman Last Man Standing, which is the second ever Last Man Standing. Just a quick cover off. The Triple H first ever Last Man Standing came out. The stats are too OP, so they amended them. And they screwed up because they amended them too much. And it reduced the levels of the cards down quite substantially. This is also the same thing that happened during the Roman Reigns LMS in Goliath tier, where the card stats were not quite right, and they then fixed them to bring them up a little bit for the rest of the players. I know for one, number one, Roman Reigns was absolutely incredible, but everyone else's, the rest of the 10,000 were absolutely awful. So they did make some changes. But let's just say they did screw up. And they either do something about it or they don't do something about it. So I know a lot of people are getting very, very irate. And to be honest with you, you have every reason to. And I'm going to tell you why you have every reason to. This kind of stuff should be checked before the event comes out. Cat Daddy, seriously. I don't like being like this. I don't like complaining. But this kind of shit should not happen. Check it before the event comes out. This has happened in Goliath tier. This has happened in WrestleMania 34 tier. It didn't happen in Shattered. It didn't happen in SummerSlam 18. This kind of stuff needs to be checked. Why was it not checked beforehand? No one's cards are at the level it was beforehand. However, if the other fixes or anything to go by, it's going to take 3 or 4 or 5 days for them to actually determine the fixes. But that doesn't matter. You have every right to be annoyed and angry because, quite frankly, I am. This has happened twice now. This is the 3rd time this has happened. Why is it continuing to happen? That's just my rant over. I don't like being angry, but this just... Why? Doesn't need to happen. Now, there is the other side that they may decide not to fix it. And if they decide not to fix it, well, then just expect Last Man Standing to become the new Over the Limit. It will just die on its backside, because, yeah. I hate saying that, because I actually really like LMS, but I do agree that the spending needs to come to a halt. There needs to be something that stops people going. Even if, I don't know, they instead of being a number one, they create brackets instead. So you can either get an SSS card, which is like top 10, and then if you finish in like the next, so it'd be kind of like PCC, but there wouldn't be this mad rush to be number one. As long as you're in the top 10, you'd get the same card. Maybe, I don't know, it would probably curb spending quite a lot and how many hours people are putting into gameplay. But it is worrying. What do I think is going to happen? They're going to fix it. They're going to put it back to normal. They're going to apologize for it, and we're all going to move on with our lives. And they'll probably screw up again in SummerSlam 19 tier. Let's be honest. Another small thing to rant about. What the hell is this? Rollins versus Bryan pack. 2,600 credits for a Titan to WrestleMania card? Yeah, you know what? Just leave me out of that, okay? Look at this. 550 credits for a Beast to WrestleMania 35. You want to waste your credits? Waste it on 2 of those. Bingo. Thank you very much. I've just saved you guys a hell of a lot of money. Sure, there is a better chance of getting a certain superstar, but that's just too much. I mean, we had the Rollins Lesnar, we had the Rousey and Lynch pack. That's just stupid. One question I do have to ask though is, why is Tom Selleck in my portrait pack? And it looks great. This is his more corporate version, and also D-Generation X version, because he was in DX for a very, very short amount of time. And we're gonna grab it. I think it looks great. I've been told that this card that some of the images look fantastic. So there goes. WrestleMania 35 cards come with it. It's not quite WrestleMania 35, so I'm not happy with that, but I am happy with the ravishing Rick Rude. And Harper to go along with it. There it goes. You know, I'm going to go for the Pro. I'm going to see if we get something good. Can we? Okay, SummerSlam 18. Not bad. Probably the best thing I've ever got from those packs. And it's still better value than this one. That is an absolute joke. There will be a video coming out in the next couple of days of my Platinum Plus packs. I've got to put it all together. I'm just going to check out if there are any Shattered or Gothic Pros before I train anything away. Power and Charisma. And I'll put some on the Proc as well. He could be really useful for... because there's not been a left arrow for... apart from the Rock for Last Man Standing. I didn't get the Pro for that. So I think this is going to be a really useful card for Ring Domination. So let's go. All tokens done. Combine. I'm going to check this card out first. There is the Rick Rude. Let's go trainable. We're going to go to Ultimates. There we go. And we're going to level him up fully. Tom Selleck is done. Poor jokes. I know. The banter is poor. We're going to have a check with the other images on this card. I think that is an absolute banging image. You've got... That looks good. That looks good. You got this one, which does look pretty damn decent. That's from the Valentines. That's going to look terrible. You've got this one from the Hall of Fames. Again, I don't like the outline. Whoever thought that was a great outline to go with. You've got this, which is the throwback image. You got the United States Championship version. That looks damn sexy. That's just everything. Everything this card touches just turns to instantaneously sexy. You got this from the... That's the... rare? Ooh. That's looking a little bit Freddie Mercury there. I think we're going to have to go back for the old school picture though. We're going to use that one. What I'm most looking forward to is getting my Liv Morgan and my Rick Rude trained up in tonight's team event so I can stick him in the King of the Rings. And yeah, I hope they fix it. But here comes the Last Man Standing rewards. 25th in the world, baby. I like it. Claim. And here comes the ravishing, no, not Lana, Rick Rude. Born out of Robert Roode's beard. There he is. What a beautiful card. Hopefully they'll change so his stats are just as beautiful. Let's go back to our cards. Here he is. Look at that beautiful card. We're going to have a look at some of the images first before we go up to the max stats. You've got this one. Again, the outlines just kind of ruin it. This one works. It kind of works anyway. You've got the one we just got from the packs, which does, I have to admit, does look good. That doesn't look very good. In fact, I wish they just removed the outlines. You've got the... Yeah, that looks okay. The throwback looks okay. You got the United States Championship one. That doesn't look as good as I thought it would be, but it is an extra title picture. So if you have got this from Season 2, then you're very lucky. You've got... Ooh. Now that one looks a little bit... If you took away or put in some chest hair, that'd be Joey Ryan. Right there. You got the Fusion, which you can get if you use the old school Fusion Chamber. I'm really disappointed. So I thought some of his... Ooh. Okay. I think it needs to stand out more. So you know what? I'm going to use the suited, booted Tom Selleck. And now we're going to free level him up. And we're going to make some comparisons. Okay, some comparisons. We've got Nikki Cross. We got any singles? We've got Triple H. Have we got any other singles? Okay. Oh, we've got a Gothic manager there. Maybe this will be enough. Maybe this will be enough. Yes, it is. 80 of 80. I'm going to go, because I want it to beat Andre the Giant, I'm going to go with 3 in toughness. Do I go with a proc? It doesn't really improve the proc, to be honest. So I'm going to go power, toughness, and charisma. And immediately has made a big difference. The problem is how much of a difference is it going to make in over here? Because right now, this gets crushed by my Andre the Giant. Let's fuse that. Perfect. Any others? I don't have any more silver bars. I've only got 4 gold bars as well. Damn, I've got to grind some more. Okay, so let's go to war. Where is it? What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Well, it's kind of okay. And let's move Kofi out for Tom Selleck. There he is, the Ravishing Rick Rude. And oof. Damn, okay. Yeah, that needs some work. 25th in the world, and it comes nowhere near Andre the Giant. That is a catastrophe. Just to give you an example of what it should be like, and obviously I've got to play the games. I know that's going to happen, but it's not going to be anywhere near as good. This is to give you a comparison about how much that's changed. Just keep that in your mind. We're going to go to Shattered, and I'm going to put on Roman Reigns. That actually, no, I'm going to put on anyone else that's kind of close. I'm going to put on The Rock, because he's kind of close to what I'm looking at. And I'm going to put, let's go Elias, because he's power and charisma as well. Now this is what it should look like. So let's go to, I mean, even with momentum on, he barely scrapes through. Barely scrapes through. That's slightly embarrassing. You can do better, SuperCard. You can seriously do better. Right, so this is the Last Man Standing card that's kind of similar, only a little bit away. Look at the difference. It beats Elias in every single stat quite convincingly. Enough said. Needs to be fixed. Or they needed to at least tell us. And I hope for them that it's just a mistake. Otherwise, there's going to be an angry bunch of people with pitchforks, torches, and everything. But I hope it's not, and I trust that it's not the case. But we have to speculate. So, ladies and gentlemen, I've been SuperZomGBBQ. You have been awesome. Hope you have an amazing rest of the day. Enjoy what you can, and remember, it's just a game. Let's not get too involved in it, but I hope we all agree something needs to be done. Comments in the comment section of where you finished in Last Man Standing. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and you know I've got your back. One last thing, and that is to